What's up, everybody? Rest for Larry coming at you with another video. So today, man, we're talking about where do you begin once you stop playing guitar and you want to pick back up again. I had a question. Someone asked me, he was like, man, I want to pick up the guitar again, but I hadn't played in X amount of years. I don't really know where to begin. The most important question is, where did you leave off? So I would say if I had to go back and I didn't play after X amount of years, I would basically just start with the basics again. You know, in the first position, you know, you start with your seven natural chords, your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Make sure you're familiar with that. And if you don't really remember, you know, chord shapes, go back further than that. You know, start at the strings themselves. So if you don't understand chord shapes, I would go back to the basics of what string corresponds with what note. So you got E, A, D, G, B, E. I would start with that. So to answer his question, I would really have to know exactly where he left off and his understanding of the guitar. And from that point, start building up your knowledge again. And practice, really, I think the most important thing would be just to pick the guitar up itself. Just make sure you got a guitar in your hands and pick one up and just fiddle around on it to feel exactly where you are, you know, as far as your knowledge of the guitar. Then from there, I would make sure I'm familiar with the basic chord shapes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And those are all those shapes are all in the first position, this area here. And then from there, I would transpose that down to the second position and play it, see if you can play those chords in the second position. And that's if you really want to focus on rhythm and chords. Now, if you want to be more of a lead guitar player and not really play acoustic and pick up an electric, I would start with, you know, your major and minor scales and stuff like that. It really depends on what type of guitar player you want to be, too. So if you want to be a lead guitar player, not necessarily a rhythm, I would start with the major scale. Start the major scale and make sure you got a knowledge of that pattern and how that pattern, how the major scale relates to building chords. And then I would make sure you understand the minor scale. And how the minor scale corresponds with a minor chord. And so, understanding your 7 natural chords and the minor version of those chords, and then the major scale, and how the major scale relates to chord shapes and progressions. And then I would practice minor scales, the minor scale, and how it relates to minor chords, how you can build chord progressions with that also. So to answer your question, that's where I would start. And the most important thing would be to just pick the guitar up, you know. And if you're not the type of person who likes to practice a lot and you just want to get the playing right away, just learn some songs, you know, some basic 3-chord progression songs, simple progressions that help you get familiar with chord shape. If you're more advanced than that, which most of you probably are, I would get into like 7s. and bar chords. But anyway, that answers your question, man. Just pick the guitar up and try to find where you are, gauge where you are as far as your skill and your ability, and then just build up on that. Most important thing is just picking the guitar up. But anyway, y'all go out there, y'all have a good one. Peace.